it's your girl Tiffany, Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond. I am here tonight for another one of my videos. Tonight is just going to be, just a collective reading for all signs, at least all the different elements, okay? So, all the signs within each element, okay? I do hope that you all are doing well and you are feeling well on today or tonight, depending on where you are. Please like, share, and subscribe if you all enjoyed the video. It will be greatly appreciated, okay? So, I've already done some cleansing of the energy, okay? So, we're going to get right into tonight's messages, okay? I am going to start off first with water signs. This is going to be for Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio individuals, okay? Okay, so the first message we have here is warrior woman, okay? So you could be a warrior woman, you could be a warrior man. Um, with this energy here, you have definitely been through a lot. You have endured a lot in your life, okay? You have overcome so much, okay? Many of us have endured childhood trauma, drama, and a whole bunch of chaos and ups and downs all throughout our life, okay? But what's important is that we dust ourselves off, we pick up the pieces, we get back up, and we continue to move forward, okay? So whether as a warrior woman or a warrior man, we are not born into greatness, okay? Whether you are a warrior woman or a warrior man, we have worked hard, we have practiced, and we have constantly refined our skills to become the strong, celebrated fighter that we are now, okay? So, as the warrior woman or the warrior man, we definitely have the scars to prove it, okay? These battlefield wounds that many of us have, you know, on our body, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, okay? We have definitely been through this constant battle, okay? Throughout our entire life, we have worked hard for any and everything that we have. Um, um, we have to definitely work hard, okay? So we have to have this warrior type of spirit at all times, but many of us are very loving because of the fact that we're very loving or generous or caring or affectionate or sensitive, or many of us are highly intuitive or naturally empathic and different things. A lot of times our kindness get taken for weakness by so many people that we have encountered throughout our entire life, whether it be family, well, fake phony family, you know, so-called friends, you know, exes and different things like that. We have just had to be this warrior throughout our entire life, okay? So spirit is definitely coming through and telling you that you are that warrior woman, you are that warrior man. You have consistently worked really hard to be where you are right now, okay? So spirit is just coming through. Excuse me for continuing to clear my throat, guys, okay? Every time I come on, they try to attack my throat chakra. They like hate on me, yet is so obsessed with me at the same time. It's just like absolutely ridiculous, okay? But we know as warrior women and warrior men that on the battlefield, warriors fight until the end because they fight for what they believe in. Their hearts are burning bright with conviction, okay? Hatred and anger burn hot too, okay? And that's usually what we see in others that combat us, that work against us, that target us and things, okay? But a lot of times, what those individuals are harboring, that hatred, that anger, that negativity that's within them, it's something that is easy to mistake them, or easy to mistake as some kind of passion. It's not passion, okay? It's just plain and simple what it is. A lot of times it comes from a very evil place, a very wicked place, um, comes from very narcissistic minded individuals who think that they have the right to possess you, to control you, to manipulate you, in every aspect. Okay, so we have to continuously be this warrior throughout our entire life, and like I said, we definitely have the wounds and the battle scars to show for what we have been through. Okay. We as warrior women and warrior men, we have this pure light that is shining through us, okay? That is shining through our heart, through our soul, okay? And it's actually an internal flame, okay? When fueled by truth and justice, okay? And so a lot of times this is what we are fighting for as warrior women and warrior men, okay? So Spirit is coming through to remind you all that you are definitely that warrior, no matter what you are dealing with, what you are going through. If you are having complications in your relationships, in your love life, on the job, within your family, you are that warrior, okay? You have lived to see this day because you have been that warrior, because you did not give up, because you continue to progress, you continue to work on yourself, you continue to get better, you continue to rise, no matter how many people try to block you, stop you, sabotage you, ruin you, knock you down, drag your name through the mud, and everything else that we have been through. We are warriors, water signs, okay? So the next message we have here is number 13, which is inner healer, okay? So many of us are natural born healers, okay? I myself am a healer, a natural healer, okay? And there are many other people in the world who are natural healers as well. A lot of people are able to heal people in many different ways. You know, there are those of us who can heal by laying hands on people, those of us who can heal by word of mouth, speaking to someone else, motivating someone else, you know, through verbal communication. There are those of us who can heal people through a holistic type of healing practices and different things like that, okay? Different spiritual practices, herbs, oils, cleansing, different things like that, okay? But as this inner healer, okay, you have the ability not only to heal others, but you have the ability to heal yourself as well, okay? And it's really this constant battle. A lot of time people assume that maybe we don't love ourselves as much, or cater to ourselves or forget about ourselves, because a lot of time we get seen as being so giving or generous to others that people assume that we forget about ourselves. But it's not like that at all, okay? We have the ability to heal ourselves while we are healing others. And a lot of times that's what people misunderstand or don't understand at all, okay? But for those of you water signs who are watching this, okay, this card has come up for us, okay, as an invitation to follow the path of the inner healer and to choose to do the inner work required to turn your pain into medicine. Like a tree that sheds its dying leaves in winter, you must let some parts of you die and fall away so you can not only live but thrive, okay? This card also signals that you have a choice to make. Will you take this chance and become a powerful healer, or will you allow past traumas, limiting beliefs, false ideas, self image, or toxic relationships to push your beautiful light further into darkness. Okay. So, many of us, like I said, are going through different things on different levels. Nobody is exactly the same or going through exactly the same. There's a number of water signs in general. We're all going through different things, okay? Because I'm a reader, I can particularly go through each sign and tell you what each sign is dealing with, okay? But I know, some scorpions are in some very toxic situations, toxic relationships, okay, that is keeping them from being able to heal. Childhood traumas as well as what they're enduring and going through right now. Many of us whom are Pisces right now, we have some Pisces who is in this dark energy and attacking other Pisceans and other water signs. Okay, so we have a lot of water signs attacking other water signs right now. Okay, so and we have a lot of us whom are targets. Okay, so all of us are going through things on a different level, yet many of us have different talent, skills, and abilities within us because of how fluid we are, of how we can go with the flow, okay, with the just like the waves within the ocean and everything. Okay, so these talents, these skills, these abilities, these powers are within us no matter what we go through. But a lot of times, depending on what we're dealing with, whom we are dealing with, whom we are around, many of us often forget the power that we hold within us. Okay, many people slip off into a very dark place. Okay, rather, some people do it willingly. Okay, some people willingly tap into dark arts, a darker way of being, nature, and different things like that. Okay, in selling their souls and other things that they want to partake in, and that's their choice. Okay, but many of us can sometimes excuse me, fall into this darkness because of what others are doing to us. So what this is basically telling us is that we are healers, okay? We know that we have this power and this ability to heal and help others, okay? We have this power and ability to also heal and help ourselves, okay? And what we can't do is allow other people who are working against us to drag us to this dark place, which they only do in an effort to rob us of our natural given talents and abilities and things, because you have individuals who are intimidated by us. Okay, so use this healing power that you have to heal inner wounds and traumas that we have endured. Okay, it tells us to heal childhood traumas, okay, to be able to move forward. It tells us to heal situations in which we are dealing with right now, get away from toxic family, toxic friends, toxic lovers, and you have to loose and release and let that go. Okay, we can't be afraid to be alone, to stand alone, to stand our ground. Okay, sometimes to heal, you have to rid yourself of all that is negative and toxic around you. And once you do that, you look around and you feel you find out that you are standing alone. Okay, because everything and everybody that was in your surroundings was not good for you. Okay, but sometimes that is what is needed to move forward. Okay, so spirit is coming through and telling us to as the masterful healers that we are, okay, to heal our inner self. Okay, from childhood traumas on up through everything else that we have endured and we have gone through. Okay, next we have number 20, prayer here. Okay, so no matter whether you are religious or whether you are spiritual, no matter what your belief system is, people pray in many different ways, shapes, forms, and fashions. Really and truly, people who say, oh, I meditate, is still a form of prayer. Okay, prayer is just you going within, you tapping into oneself, you going within to find a sense of peace, a sense of calm, you know, uh, speaking about or even thinking about, even if you don't do so out loud, you just do so in peace and quiet in things, it's a sense of prayer. So it doesn't really matter what your background is of what you believe in. We all have a sense of prayer. You know, people who do chanting, people who do channeling, people who actually pray, people who meditate, people do things in different ways, but it's still equivalent of prayer. Okay, so no matter what you believe in, this message is coming through because it's definitely saying that, you know, with everything that a lot of us are have been going through, have been dealing with, we have been sending a lot of prayers out into the universe, okay, into the atmosphere, okay, for ourselves, for others, for help, for assistance from our spirit guides and our angels, our ancestors, and things. As water signs, I feel like we have to stay tuned in quite a bit, you know, where most people may only do so every once in a while, or to manifest a certain thing, or to hope and wish or for a certain thing. As a water signs, I feel a lot of us have to stay in prayer all the time. And so this is the reason why this message is coming through. Okay, we are warriors. We have gone through this inner healing process. Okay, while we are healing and helping others, we have healed and helped ourselves. We have gone through this dark night of the soul, and we have come out, brand new. Many of us, okay. However, many of our brethren are still stuck in darkness, okay? And this is also ties into why so many of our prayers go out into the universe, not just for ourselves or our loved ones or our children, for the world in which we live in, okay? For others whom don't know how to tap in, don't have the faith or the belief to pray, or to have the faith to believe in something higher than themselves, no matter what you believe in. Okay, so we are definitely going within. We are doing a lot of prayer. Okay, and spirit is telling you, you do not have to face your challenges alone. If you have felt lost, lacking, or in the need of support, it may be that you have lost your connection with the grounding energy of the earth. It's tempting to always appeal to cosmic forces, sending prayers out into the universe to the ancestors and spirit guides. But the earth is always here to guide you along your path as well. Okay? Um, and what this is telling you is, okay, besides your regular practice of prayer, meditation, or whatever it is that you do based off of what you believe in, okay? It's a sense of prayer when you go out into nature and you become one with nature. You then become one with the divine, okay? Because when you go out into nature, you put your feet in the grass, you are one with the trees, you touch the trees, you are near water and natural resources and things like that, okay? You are then one with Mother Earth, okay? And there you can also do a lot of great manifesting. You can send a lot of great prayers into the universe, into the atmosphere around you as well. Okay, so this just comes through to tell us that, even though we have been through so many hardships, where we have turned into this refined warrior, okay, and this inner healer, we are still constantly praying. We never give up on praying. A lot of times when things don't go people's way, when things don't work as fast as people want it to happen, and things, people just kind of give up on praying and things like that, or whatever. But I feel like many of us, constantly stay in this prayer, okay? The next message here is sight of the owl, okay? So we know that the sight of the owl is really kind of all seeing, okay? Um, all knowing, okay? And this really kind of talks about our intuition. It talks about how many of us have the abilities, whether it be psychic abilities, empathic abilities, whether you are clairvoyant, clairaudient, many different things, okay, that we have within us, okay. We have this sight to see things deeper than the surface, okay. We have this sight, to see with more than the naked eye, okay. um, with more than the third eye sometimes, okay. um, Even on in different realms and different things as well, okay. So the sight of the owl can talk about a lot of different things, okay. But this owl has spotted something heading your way and warns you to pay attention, to the finer details of any situation that may be coming your way or that you may be dealing with, okay? With a night vision far superior to that of humans and many other creatures, the owl's sharp eyes are legendary. Her ability to turn her head nearly full circle will help you see beyond what is immediately in front of you. Okay, there is a important decision on the horizon for many of you. Okay, while it may not look like much when it arrives, it will have a significant impact on your life. Okay. So, this is just letting you know to stay vigilant and stay aware. I tell you all this all the time in my closing messages to you all. Stay vigilant, stay aware. I tell you to stay prepared and everything, okay? And watch your surroundings at all times. I also tell you that, and the reason why I tell you that is because the sight of the owl. You have to have the sight of the owl, okay? You need to be seeing what's in front of you, what's in your peripheral, what's behind you, and what's all around you. That's the meaning of watching your surroundings, okay? And in doing so with our intuition in things, this gives us, it heightens our senses, you know? We can sense in many different ways, not just through signs and symbolisms, sometimes through smell, sometimes through of seeing certain things, sometimes encountering certain individuals and sense different things happening, coming our way, that's going on around us, whether it has anything directly to do with you or not. We have this ability to sense these things, okay. And so with the sight of the owl, this the most high is definitely telling us to stay vigilant, stay aware, stay prepared. You know, with many of us under attack, targets, okay, we have people who are planning, plotting, and scheming against us all the times, okay. We have to be our own best friend. We have to watch our own back, okay? We can't always depend on family and friends or a lover or, you know, some confidant or something, to be there for us, because to be quite honest, quite often it's those very individuals, who are stabbing you in the back and who are working against you, okay? So we need the sight of the owl on at all times, okay. This also talks about really you just being very vigilant of everything around you, okay. Pay close attention to people you see, messages you receive, mail you get, everything that's going on around you, okay. And I get signs and symbolisms all the time. I was out, just to give you an example, I was out sweeping my porch earlier today, okay? And my neighbor happened to come home, and where I live, it looks like one big house, which it used to be, but it's actually split in two. It's actually a duplex, and I have the bigger side. Um, of the home. There's like three bedrooms and on the side where I live, okay, and I think my neighbor's side is like either just one or two or whatever. But so while I was sweeping, I spoke to my neighbor. He was coming home like, hey, how you doing? How was your holiday? Okay. Well, as a target, I know that they have the neighbors watching me. They have a lot of different these people that's watching me. I've seen the Masonic symbolisms on my neighbor's car, okay, so I know that they use him, but it doesn't keep me from being polite to people, even when I know people are watching me, working against me, and different things like that, or whatever. So he, and he was like, oh, yeah, it was fine, or whatever. I had to work, or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, well, have a nice day, you know. And so it was a short time later that I turned around and I came back in the house, but I was standing near the door and he walked out. And he had his the little weed eater thing or whatever that you like trim around the yard or the grass with when you're cutting your grass and things like that. And so I'm like, okay. So he went back in his house and he came out and he had this huge gas can. Well, I told you all a long time ago that I've been getting a lot of signs and symbolisms that they were going to try to burn my house down. They want to try to cause some type of conflict or something in my daughter's life. They're doing black magic on me and my daughter. Um, they actually had planned to kill her. She had a dental appointment and they were going to kill her, and it got rescheduled because it's a surgical procedure, so she had to be put to sleep for it. So, and I felt that. I totally felt that day, and but she has to have it done because she's been having some pain. So I literally, just been spending a lot of time with my daughter, and I told her I loved her a lot that day and hugged her. And before she went into surgery, we ended up sitting in there 2 hours before they came and just decided to change it all up. And she was actually supposed to have that surgery that day, but I was feeling eerie about it because I had already felt this. They've been doing all kinds of things to attack me left and freaking right, and attacking my daughter. Targeting my daughter is another way for them to try to hurt me. Okay, she's been having dizzy spells and faking spells lately, bad dreams. She's never had bad dreams before in her life or anything, not really. um but all of this has been going on, and it's because of the witches behind the scenes that's doing black magic and things on us both. We're both being deprived of sleep on purpose, and they're doing that to my daughter as well, which I've been having to pray and go into meditation about and do some cleansing and different things, because I'm like, it's one thing for me, for them to attack me, and for me to be deprived of sleep, but my daughter has to go to do school every day, and they do it on purpose to try to make her look bad, make it seems like she's not that good of a student. My daughter is normally an honor roll student with perfect attendance and everything. Okay, but they do little things like that on purpose, just to fool with us. So nevertheless, back to today. My neighbor comes walking back out of the house, and he has this huge gas can. And as he walked out the door, he just stood there for a minute before he walks on down the steps. And I'm like, uh huh. And, so this is, and it triggered in my mind. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised. And so it was this huge, he didn't even have it outside. And we have a huge backyard in the back. And I know the regular lawnmower he keeps back there, he could have easily kept the gas can out there. This is in the house. And I know he smokes. Okay, so when they first were talking about having somebody, they've come up with all kinds of things to try to have somebody um, to attack me and my daughter in different ways, to have somebody set the house on fire in different things, and which I thought was really stupid, because I'm like, the side of the house that's nearest to the street is actually my neighbor's side or whatever. And then intuitively I said, they're going to use him to have him to set the house on fire, and the fire would start from over there. And so when I seen him with the gas can today, I'm like, uh-huh. And it just really triggered. But they don't scare me. Like, these witches do not scare me. Me and my daughter both are protected. And just because you're protected, it doesn't mean that you won't go through things, you won't endure things. Because, at this point, they're very frustrated that a lot of their black magic and death spells and all other kind of beauty spells, love spells, all this other kind of stuff isn't really working. So, we're just under constant attack, like, all the freaking time. There's threats to my daughter all the time. It's been threats to traffic her. It's been threats to try to take her away in some type, or hurt her, or kill her, or something, just to hurt me. So I'm very much aware of all of these things, but me and my daughter both are protected, and neither of us are going anywhere until the Most High is ready for us. But this is just is an example that I'm giving you about sight of the owl. Okay, you can see things, and it just seems like regular things. Okay, and you just have to be aware. And you have to listen to your intuition and know what you're seeing and know what's going on around you. Signs and symbolisms come in many different ways, shapes, forms, and fashions. Okay, I had a complete stranger show up. Now, this one individual, I know he is a part of gang stalking me and targeting me. I don't talk to this person. I don't see this person. We don't call each other. We don't text. He's actually blocked. So he can't even get through to me. Okay. But I have actually caught this individual creeping through the neighborhood. He doesn't live in this area, doesn't work in this area. Is absolutely no reason for this individual to come by here. So this person just popped up not once but twice yesterday. The first time was earlier in the day, and I refused to open my door. I don't allow anybody in my house at all, period, because I don't trust these people. And I know they're evil, they're demonic, they're a part of these satanic cults, they're sellouts, they're gang stalkers, and they're all working against me. You know, and they'll, if you allow them in your house, they'll come in and do some type of ritual, or at least some type of pendant or item to plant in your house, that has been cursed or something, or caused something to happen. The last time this person was around, my dog died. They killed my dog, and I expressed that with you all a long time ago. So I stopped letting people come in my house, and the only reason why I allowed that person to come in then because they paid me to do their hair, to braid their hair. So, you know, I'm about my money, so I made that money. But yeah, after that, my dog ended up dying, and I knew it was something demonic that was done, because I was, you know, killing this person with kindness. I knew then that they were working against me. But, you know, like I said, you know, at this point, you know what I'm saying? I'm a single mother, okay? I don't get no child support or nothing. I don't even get any food stamps or anything. It's just me and my child. Even the government, they even had these people stop my food stamps. And because I work, we were only getting like $100 and some. They took that from us. Yeah, and I had turned in all of my information, and this is how I know it's more than the government try to make it seem like, oh yeah, it's just your family and things like that working against you, your exes and stuff. But when certain things happen, you know it's the government doing it, because they're the only one who have the power and authority to control other people in power. You understand me? When say the teachers at your child's school is targeting you and your child, and you clearly know it when you take your child to the doctor's office, and the doctors and the nurses and the staff or the dentist and things, they're targeting you. There's nobody that you was in a relationship with, your family members or any random average Joe person that you know that will have the credentials or the power to call those people up and say, hey, do this to them. Okay. And so this is what I go through. Okay. I've literally been waiting on an order from Walmart for 4 days. I ordered this. I ordered this online. I paid for it. It was supposed to be delivered 4 days ago. It still shows as delayed in my phone right now. I've constantly contacted them, asked them to cancel it, and I wanted a refund. They refused to give me a refund. And so this is what I have to go through. So they find different ways to waste my money, to steal my money. I ordered 2 other items, which it took a long time for it to be delivered. And so I just so happened to check the site, and it said it had already been delivered. Now, the crazy thing about this, it says that it was delivered on Thanksgiving Day. Every fool know that the United States Postal Service, no delivery service, no government business office at all is open on a calendar holiday. You didn't deliver that crap to my house, and they know they didn't. Okay, so I'm like, look, I didn't get the item. From the tracking, it says it was delivered. I didn't get the item, so just give me a refund and we can not worry about it. Okay, or you can give me my item. But this is the type of things that I literally go through all the freaking time, guys. So you just have to have this, with the sight of the owl here, you just have to watch your surroundings at all times. So when this individual popped up at my house yesterday, out of the blue, I'm like, something is going on. Something is about to happen or something. And a lot of times, another thing too, guys, whether you are a target or not, the easiest way to know when somebody has done black magic and voodoo on you is when you have random visitors, people that you don't talk to, that you don't text them, you don't call them, y'all don't FaceTime, y'all not on social media together, y'all not in a relationship, y'all don't have sex, y'all not friends, y'all not lovers, y'all not, associates like that. No, nothing. And it doesn't matter who it is. It could be an ex lover, it could be an ex friend, it could be a family member. If you do not regularly talk to this person, see this person, and they pop up out of the thin blue sky, out of nowhere, just pop up on your door. They don't call and ask for permission to come over, they just show up. They are coming to see if the black magic or the voodoo that they did on you is working. They'll come up with some excuse, and that's literally what this person did. He came to my door, and I have cameras all around my house and in every room inside of my house. Okay, so I'm not gonna play with them. They can try me if they want to. If you want to be on camera, then hey, we can get it. Okay, you can mess up your life like that if you want to. So he's standing at my door. I refuse to open my door, but I can talk through my doorbell or whatever. I can see the person, I can hear them, I can hear what's going on, I can talk through it. And so he's out here, he's like, please answer the door. And so I'm like, I'm not answering the door. Why are you here? You need to leave. Oh, I just came over here. My mama's boyfriend jumped on her again. And I just need somebody to talk to. No, you don't. Go talk to your transgender girlfriend or your boyfriends or whoever else that you're dealing with. Why are you here? So, you have these energy vampires too, that come along. A lot of people around me that will do this, that'll come along and try to drain your energy. They only show up when they want some, when they need something. And Spirit told me he was telling a complete freaking lie. And this was a lie that he came up with the efforts to try to get in my house. To try to do something or to get something from me or something. So I'm like, no, absolutely not. I'm like, I'll do a little something, send a blessing to your mother or whatever. But Spirit had already told me that the individual was lying. This is what I mean by sight of the owl. I'm saying all of this, guys, to give you all explanation or examples as to things that could possibly happen that seemingly seems regular. Seems like, there's nothing wrong with that. That could happen with anybody type of thing. It's meant to look like that. That's what your naked eye see, okay? That's what a blind mind would think, okay? But it's something more deeper than that. So that was earlier in the day. Me and my daughter ended up leaving, going to the store. I went to go by the store, get her something to eat, got me a coffee. We come back to the house. It had got dark by that time. We're still sitting in the car. The lights are still on, hadn't got out yet. I kid you not, guys. This person literally came out of thin air. Okay, you didn't even see this person drive down the street. Okay, and where my house is right at the corner. I can see everything coming and going. Okay, pull up right in front of my house. Just in the nick of time, but which means you were already in the area, you were already in the neighborhood, you were already watching me, and you waited until you seen us pull back up at the house and decide to try to catch me before I go inside to try to force me to speak to you, just so you can try to drain me for some energy, okay? And so I just had to let this person have it. And like, look, I know that you will sell out, that you done sold your soul to the devil, that you working for these satanic powers that be, that you and your transgender lovers are scammers. You're working against me. You done did all kind of spells and curses on me. Y'all done plotted to try to hurt me, my child, and literally ran down everything, okay? Because I'm not going to play with these fools. You understand what I'm saying? And that fool, like, literally ran off. Like, stop playing with me. You understand? So you got to have sight of the owl, okay? Plus, I was ready, okay? And don't let these people touch you. We try to reach out and say, I'm like, don't touch me. You understand me? And I got my pepper spray, I got my mace, I got my taser, I got pocket knives, I got any and everything that I need to protect myself, okay? Because it could have went down. But I don't play that either. But be careful about these people touching you too, because they can cast a spell or a curse and it could be on their hands. And whenever you go around somebody and they want to rub, they want to touch you on the shoulder, or eager to shake your hand or pat you on the back or something. They're rubbing this curse on you, this spell on you, okay? Watch when people come to your door. A lot of times when people come to my door, I Lysol down, wipe down, different things like that. Look for it. This is the reason why I swept off my porch today too, for any little emblem or pendant or anything that they could leave that has a Masonic type of symbolism on it or satanic symbolism on it, or like a pentagram or something. They'll use little emblems like that and cast some kind of spell on it and leave it near where you live and things like that or whatever. And that's how I knew they was doing witchcraft on my daughter a long time ago, because these weird bugs start popping up that I never seen before. And cleaning her room one day, I found this pendant type of thing, and it had a pentagram on it. And I'm like, yeah, I knew for sure then. I knew exactly what that was. I'm like, someone is at witchcraft on my daughter and everything. So anyway, guys, long story short, I just want to tell you that real quick. You got to be vigilant, guys, okay? You got to be aware. You got to be prepared, okay? But we rising, okay? We rise up above all the BS, the drama, okay? Everything that's thrown at us. A lot of when I see this, I think of Maya Angelou. I Rise. Okay, that's my favorite poet. She's a Pisces too, and so I really like Maya Angelou, and she really motivated me to write and things like that, especially poetry. She is my favorite poet, okay, guys? But we are rising above a lot of the things that we are enduring, that we are going through. And the sad thing about it, I mean, to be quite honest, the satanic powers that be, this government, these elites, these empowered, they've been working against us. They've been having a genocide program. They got a million different ways to kill us on any given Sunday, any given day. You understand what I'm saying? So they're really not doing anything new, okay? So it's not a surprise with them. But the people that is closest to you to be sellouts to these individuals and work against you for nothing more than greed, materialism, and different things like that, okay? We are rising, like the rising phoenix, honey. We are rising from the ashes, from, all these fire bombs that they try to throw at us, honey. They can stop with the BS, okay? Because as water signs, we have power, dominion over fire, okay? If a fire broke out right now, guess who you're going to call? The fire department. And guess what they're going to come with? Water. Don't get it twisted. Water puts out fire. Do you understand me? But we are rising from this phoenix, honey, okay? And this says that it's time for an awakening, okay? Many of us had many awakenings, okay? The traumas, the wounds, and the heartaches of your past are over now, because you have been brave enough to confront them and burn them down. Now you are standing on the fertile ash of your past, ready to rise, okay? This card is a realignment and self-development. You are ready to charge ahead. So stop doubting yourself. You know what you want and need. The only thing missing now is for you to stand up and reach for it, okay? After all you have been through, it is safe for you to share yourself with the world again. The right people are waiting for you to rise and greet them with an open heart, okay? So we are rising above all the bullshit that is being thrown at us, okay? Above all the threats, okay, to kill us, the threats to imprison us, the threats to hurt us, the threats to neglect us, betray us, sabotage us, ruin us, spread slander, rumors, and lies about us. We have risen above all of the BS, okay? Of all the BS. And that's what makes the enemy mad, okay? That's what makes the enemy mad. But at the end of the day, you have to remember that a lot of these enemies that ridicule us, that judge us, that put us down, that try to shame us, blame us, that try to point the finger at us, that try to right or wrong us and different things, these people are cowards, okay? They are bullies in hiding. They're witches in hiding. They're all kinds of evil and wickedness in hiding. You understand what I'm saying? And so they work against you in secret, which lets you know they are not righteous in anything that they are doing. Thus, you wouldn't have to hide in doing it. You understand me? So we are rising above all the BS, the drama, the mayhem, okay? We have risen above the childhood trauma, all the traumas and the dramas, okay? And that's a word to your mama. Period. Okay? So here, number 34, we have Spirit Weaver, okay? Spirit Weaver, okay? Many of us, like myself, I mean, I am a spiritualist. Other people may consider themselves to be a spiritualist. If not, you are definitely tuned in, tapped into the spiritual aspect of life, spiritual aspect of yourself, okay? This is the very thing. And you see how all the different points here on her that is lit up, those are all the different chakras. All our different chakras within us that is just illuminating with light, okay? So as this spirit weaver, it says, magic is not something that is reserved for only a lucky few. Everyone is born with powerful magic, and you will have that magic until the end of eternity. This means you are a spirit weaver and have the ability to manifest the life of your dreams. This card has come to you as a gentle reminder of your power. You are capable of obtaining any life you choose. If you are seeking wealth, love, or healing, know that all this and more is within your grasp. The first step to manifesting a fulfilling life is believing you can, okay? If you seek the good, good will seek you in return. Okay? So beautiful, okay? As water signs, you need to remember the power that we hold within, okay? I believe this entire message is continuously reminding us of that, okay? Guys, we have so much power within us, okay? And I feel like all of these people, you know, we have our destiny and our life mission and everything. It almost feels like that all these people around us whom are attacking us, their mission, life mission, is to test us. Okay, to test our power, test our strength, just, and it seems like we're constantly, being tested. We pass test after test after test, and many of us, okay? You ever had people that come into your life and me being as vigilant as I am, as intuitive as I am, I know when people have been sent from me. Like at this point, I know when I'm being tested, okay? When people, since I have been a target, okay, they prefer you to be isolated all the time because they want you to have this sense of feeling alone, don't have anybody, give up on life, get depressed, lower your self-esteem, get in a suicidal mindset. They really want you to kill yourself or something, when they're the ones who have activated this evil, wicked plan in your life in the first place, that none of which is your fault, okay? But I know when I'm being tested. Some days I go out, I may be working, guys, or I just may be running to the store really quick and going back home, and I could have 2, 3, 4, 5 people in one day, act like they're so attracted to me and want my number or something like that, okay? And when it's usually not like that, okay? Especially ever since knowing I've been a target. Everybody knows when you are a target, everybody that you come in contact with knows that you are a target, okay? People are literally sent specifically to you, say certain things around you at different times, everything is like literally orchestrated, like a whole dramatization. So when these things happen, you are literally being tested. Are you going to fall for the temptation? Are you going to carelessly and recklessly hook up with somebody and have some sex with somebody, or have people to come around you that say they get high and they do this and they do that, and they're all too eager and willing. Oh, I'll buy you, whatever alcohol you want, or you want to smoke some weed, or you want to do this, do it. No, it's a test. test, okay? Don't fall for these tests. Y'all, I wish I could show you on here. I wish I could show you on here, but it got so, I could only show you so much. It got so explicit. And I knew it was a test when I got it, okay? And it was really amazing because this, usually guys only do this. Women, have you ever had a guy to call you or either text you and act like they're looking for somebody else? And you say, "Oh, I'm sorry, you have the wrong number." And then all of a sudden they be like, "Dang, or whatever." And all of a sudden they be like, "Well, damn, you sound good. What's your name?" And then immediately they want to strike up a conversation with you. They play pretend like they want to get to know you. Guys, I had this to happen the other day through text. I kid you not. I'm working, okay? Young lady hit me up, and it was a girl. She said, "Hey, this is such and such. I'm in town for a few days. I met you at such and such party. Wanted to see if you wanted to link up." Okay. Well, obviously, wrong number. And then this was a number that was out of state. Okay. So my immediately, before I even thought wrong number, I'm just gonna message her back and say she's got the wrong number. I said, my exact words was, "Most High, who sent this Jezebel?" Okay, y'all. So I messaged her back. I said, "I'm sorry, you have the wrong number." Okay. So then she messaged me back, and I could tell that she was sent for me. Okay, because of the nurturing person I am. Just off top, like if you're not being mean to me, I have no reason to snap at you. Okay, I'm no nonsense. Okay, and I am a water sign, honey, but I can cut like a queen of swords when I need to. You understand? So when she messaged me back, she was immediately downing herself and putting herself down. She's like, "Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, that jerk gave me the wrong number. I can't believe I was so dumb." And so immediately I messaged back. I'm like, "Well, you're not stupid. It's just a common mistake. Maybe you missed a number or two in the number or whatever." I'm like, "It's okay." I'm like, "But don't put yourself down like that. Don't talk negative about yourself." I'm done with it. I'm still working. This girl continues to message me back. She's like, "Oh, well, do you want to chat for a while? What's your name? Want to get to know you or whatever." So then she sent me a picture of herself. Caucasian female. Y'all, I wish I could show you all the messages to prove I am not lying. Okay? So I already knew that she was a succubus energy. I knew she was a Jezebel from the jump. Okay, which means I knew that she was going to get very sexual and very promiscuous. Okay, and it wasn't like she was ugly. She was a cute white girl. She really was. Okay, and so she went on talking, y'all, and she ended up messaging me back, and she sent a picture of herself. She's like, "Oh, well, she now, but I caught her in her lie because she forgot what she told me when she first messaged me, and I called her out on it, and she ended up switching the subject. Because remember, I told you when she first messaged, she said, she lives out of state. She was here from out of state, just visiting her family for a couple of days, but she was trying to hit up this guy to see if he wanted to hang out and kick it. And I'm like, "Where in the hell did you meet him at to get his number? And you in Arkansas now?" And like she had this 707 something area code, wherever that's at, on her phone. So anyway, guys, long story short, she was like, "Well, you want to chat or whatever?" She was like, "So what is it to do down here?" I said, she was like, I want to get into some trouble." I said, "Lord, yeah." I said, "She'll Jezebel." She was like, "You want to link up? You want to hook up, get in some trouble with me?" And I immediately messaged her back. I said, "Baby, I don't do trouble, okay? I don't get in trouble. I don't do trouble, and I don't fool with trouble, okay?" So I began to tell her, I'm like, "If you into the restaurant bar scene, you can go downtown in the Rivermont area. It's lit. It's a couple of little, dance places, club type places down there too, or whatever." I'm like, this is the natural state. So the most here to do is out in nature and things like that, which she hit me up at nighttime. I'm like, but it's preferably you do that in the daytime. Because I'm like, if I'm talking to a tourist, I'm not supposed to tell you to go out to some park somewhere in the middle of the fucking night and something happens to you. You understand what I'm saying? So I say this, I'm done with it. She messaged back. Oh, okay. Well, she ended up catching herself in a lie or whatever. Because she totally sidetracked that. And I believe she said that only to see if I was going to message her back. So she ended up, she was like, I wanna meet up with you. I wanna get to know you. And I'm like, you don't know me from Adam. How do you want to meet up with me? So from the moment she got very friendly, first of all, you're another woman. Who told you that I was a lesbian? How do you assume that I'm a lesbian? Now, I lived as a lesbian my entire life. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I haven't been with a man before. I haven't had a serious committed relationship with a man before, but it doesn't mean I haven't had sex with a man before. I have a daughter, for goodness sake, okay? So, I mean, use common sense. But all my serious committed relationships have been with women, okay? And so I went through my awakening, changed my life and things like that. And my last girlfriend of 11 years was my last girlfriend, which was like over 5 years and something ago, okay? I haven't had a girlfriend or a man or anything like that, okay? Because I told you I'm celibate. But anyway, so she came off so friendly, and I'm already knowing she's this Jezebel, suck up his energy, and she just was the type that would hook up with anything, anybody. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, Lord, I'm like, first of all, thank God for deliverance because I'm like, I'm already knowing. I'm like, first of all, how would you assume? You wouldn't, just one woman to the next, you wouldn't assume that she's automatically a lesbian. You wouldn't know that unless somebody told you something about me or my past, okay? So for you to come off like that and flirtatious with another woman like that, you know what I'm saying? So this is how she did, okay? So then she changed the stuff. She was like, yeah, well, I'm going to hop in the shower and she's going to go and do this and the other. And I'm like, well, that's interesting because you said that you're from out of state or whatever. She totally changed the subject. So then she's like, oh, I'm going to hop in the tub. And she was like, you want to see? And I didn't even message her back, y'all. I'm like, yeah, this girl here. I'm like, she completely out of there. I'm like, anything that easy and you don't even freaking know me, bruh. Like, it's that easy for anybody. You feel me? So I didn't even message her back at all because I'm like, I already know where this is going. Okay? Y'all, I kid you not. I didn't message her back anymore because I knew where it was going. I kept working. Y'all, it was not 30 minutes later. This girl sent me a full body picture of her in the mirror, butt freaking naked. Legs wide open. I'm talking about you can see the whole time, like everything. Do you understand me? So I didn't even message back. I'm like, this, I said, Most High, I knew this was a Jezebel. I called it. So this is the reason why you have to have sight of the owl, honey. They will send people for you, child. And so I'm telling you all these things. I'm giving you all these examples to know how the enemy will come for you. You understand me? And how you will constantly get tested. You understand? In various different ways, okay? And sometimes you could be tested by the Most High to see if you ready for ascension. And sometimes, a lot of times, you will be tested by the devil, okay? Because the devil, from the moment that the devil realized that you are not of this world, okay? You are not a part of the sinister, demonic, wicked, evil, sexual, over-sexualized things of this world. The devil is in a constant battle to drag you back to hell. And any way that shape, form, and fashion, the devil's going to use the devil's devices to test you, okay? The devil will send you sexy women in your life, sexy men in your life, have somebody to come and offer you money, drugs, alcohol, anything, okay, to try to pique your interest, get your attention, get you back in agreement, okay, with living a sensible lifestyle, okay, and everything. And so I'm just telling you all that. I told you all that. I really wish y'all I could tell. It is not even just a story, y'all. I kid you not. The message is still in my phone. I wish I could show y'all, but if I showed y'all that picture, they liable to block the whole video and take it down. But I kid y'all not, I swear for on my life, y'all. I swear on my life, I am not lying. But the point of the matter is, of the story, I knew she was a succubus energy from the jump. I knew she was Jezebel from the jump. And I said immediately, who sent you? You understand me? Because I'm like, I'm not for play, okay? I am wide awake around here. You understand me? So I'm like, I'm like, So I already knew something was up. Nevertheless, guys, I tell y'all all that. Just y'all got to stay. You got to stay prayed up, honey. You got to stay vigilant. You got to stay aware. You got to stay prepared. You got to rise above the enemy and the competition and the BS. And the sad thing about people who is competing with you. First of all, we don't compete with nobody. I don't know about you, but I don't compete with nobody. Okay. So they competing with themselves. You understand me? If you the type of person, you got beef with me, you beefing with yourself. You better chew that beef up and swallow it. You understand me? Because you competing with yourself. You ain't competing with me because I don't compete for nothing. I don't have to. I'm just me. So, like, anyway. So the Spirit Weaver lets you know that we have this magic within us. This is to remind you of the power that is within us too. And this is the reason why that we are the warriors that we are. It is no coincidence. You can literally ask any reader, real reader, okay, that will be truthful and honest with you. Water signs go through the most of every other sign in the zodiac. Water signs are used, abused, neglected, betrayed the most. And the first thing people want to say about water signs, oh, y'all so sensitive. Look how much we have been through. Okay? But people take sensitivity as some kind of weakness. Okay? Water signs ain't weak by a little bit. Okay? If I cry, you best leave me alone because I will seriously hurt you. You understand? You don't know what a person been through. You don't know what's in their mind or how they might be triggered. So while you thinking you're messing with me and you think I'm too sensitive, if I shed a tear, it's because I'm really hurt. And you hurting me will cause me to seriously harm you if you don't leave me alone. Okay? So this is the reason why water signs kindness get taken for weakness so much, and it's also the reason why it's so heartbreaking when I see water signs in competition with and working against and hating on other water signs, because it's the dumbest crap I have ever seen in my life, especially one Piscean to another. We are actually fish, okay? Your cancers are crabs. They can live in water or on land, okay? Your scorpions, they can live in water or on land. But your Pisces are the only ones who solely live in water, okay? And any fish species swim in pools together. You would at least think that if not water signs in a whole, but you would think that Pisceans would swim together in that pool of fish that we are. No. You got one Piscean against other. Look, I'm not going to play Battle of the Witches with y'all up in here. You understand me? Because I know my strength and I know my power, okay? And guess what? I don't have to do no hoodoo, voodoo, hexes, curses, spells, black magic, or any of the other things that y'all do with your sorcery and everything to have my power. My power is within me naturally, baby. I don't have to call on no demons, no devils, the dead, or anything like that for my power the way y'all have to do. You know, y'all have to make little circles in the floor with the pentagram, and you light you some candles, and you walk around in a circle and you chant 3 times, and you get your mirrors, and you do your magic, get your cauldron, you go in the kitchen, you whip something up. I don't have time for that, baby. My power is within me, okay? I don't do nothing evil, wicked, and demonic, and it amazes me because the people working against me, y'all have to be with that extra, okay? Many of you are book witches anyway. You understand? Y'all reading recipes and mess. And I feel like spell work is only for you to try to control somebody else's free will. You trying to control somebody else's mind, body, soul, somebody else's life, and you don't have the right to do so. You're going to mess around and get hurt, okay? Okay? Y'all need to watch yourself before you mess around and get beside yourself, okay? So I'm just letting you know. But anyway, water signs, we got this power within us. We have magic naturally within us. Do you see how all these chakras here on this woman is lit up? Huh? They don't know. Y'all don't know nothing about it. Ask somebody about it. You understand what I'm saying? Do you see how all of this multitude of colors and power and light that is shining through us? This is why the enemy hate us. You understand me? This is the reason why you see the industry make so many. They have. Did you know that the industry do a lot of rituals? Just watch their videos and their shows and things. They do a lot of rituals with fish, with water, with diamonds, with all these things that links back to the water sign. And it's no coincidence that when speaking of Christ, what do you have there? The fish. You have water signs. Okay. They like, come on, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me in the direction you want to go. We it. You understand me? But they playing. And this is the reason why we get attacked the way we do. Okay? But we gonna move right along. I don't have time to play with y'all. So we got number 33. Speaking of the powers that be, we have number 33 here. Spirit of the West. Yes. Okay. So with the Spirit of the West here, it is connected to the element of, what are we? Water. Yes. And it initiates you to the energy of sensitivity, nurturing, feeling, rest, and self-care. It comes to you during times of stress, overwhelm, feeling burnt out, and a deep need to repair and rejuvenate, okay? So like I said, there is many of us, you got to remember that this power that we have within us, this magic that is naturally within us, and rise above the bullshit, okay? Because this is the reason why we are healers, okay? But it doesn't help for us to help and heal others if you can't go within and do that inner healing and heal oneself, okay? And you got to remember, as a water element, okay? First of all, what does water do? Forget everything and everybody else, because if water is life, you understand me? Water grows everything, anything. You would have nothing at all without water. And without water, you wouldn't have life. Think about that. Okay? Don't forget your power, baby. Look, Spirit is telling you, accept your gifts. Many of us have so many talents, skills, abilities, gifts, okay? This is also a reason why we are attacked by the enemy, why we are threatened by the enemy, why we are judged and ridiculed and belittled and put down by the enemy, why we got these two-faced, backstabbing, hating, competing, idiotic, ignorant individuals working against us because of our gifts. You need to accept your gifts, okay? There is somebody who is a water sign, and you have some type of talent, skill, or ability of some kind, a gift that you have been given from the Most High, okay? And Spirit is telling you to accept your gifts, okay? Your gifts is what make you who you are, and they are the most natural path to finding your purpose. For some, gifts may come in the form of a green thumb or an ability to heal animals. For others, their gifts might be compassion, strong intuition, and a naturally open heart. Gifts are as varied as the billions of people who live on this earth. And no two gifts are exactly the same, okay? It is common to receive This card, this message here, when you are doubting yourself and your natural talents, okay? Stop doubting yourselves, baby, okay? You don't, there's no need for you to doubt yourself. Yeah, you got that gift. Yeah, you got that power. People can't understand it. People trying to copy you. People trying to imitate you, okay? But these are your gifts, okay? These are your gifts, and nobody can take your gifts away from you, no matter what the people say, honey, no matter what they say about you, how they talk about you, how they try to ridicule you, judge you, or anything. These are your gifts, and nobody can take the gifts that you were blessed with. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to accept your gifts, okay? The next message we have here is you are sacred. Number 44. Okay, another power number. We had 33. Now we have number 44. Okay. You are sacred. Your mind, body, and soul are the perfect trifecta. The only things that are truly in your control and possession in this life. All three become your responsibility the moment you were born into this world. Earth Mother or Mother Earth has trusted you to honor and nourish your physical being, to learn new things and expand your mind, and to journey inward to connect with your wise and curious soul. Okay? You all need to embrace your personal power. You are your most sacred tool, and your mind, body, and soul are the ultimate sacred spaces. Okay? So remember that you are sacred, my babies. Okay? No matter what other people think about you. Okay? Accept your gifts. Know you are sacred. Okay? Why? We are water signs. We are life. We are what gives every other sign life. Okay? Did you not know that the earth is surrounded by about 70% of water? Yeah, water. We are the water signs, baby. Water signs make everything, everybody. Guess what? Your body is made up of mostly what? Water. Yeah. And people love hating on the water signs, okay? There would be no other sign. Okay, there would be no you without no water. You know why? Because there would be no life. Get it right. We have number 36 here, the ancients. You are ancient. Your mind, your body, your soul is ancient. Okay. Oh, and let me say this real quick. Speaking of water, speaking of life, okay. Y'all need to wake up, okay? Get you some Folgers in your cup and smell the coffee, okay? Stop letting these powers that be lie to you. If y'all think that we are the only species that exist in the entire freaking universe, you are out your mind. There are so many planets, okay? Ones that you are not even aware of, okay? But speaking of water and speaking of life, okay? Do you remember when NASA told you that they found a water source? They even came out with a movie. Okay, you need to understand something. Where there is a water source, there is life. Okay, so when they told you that they found water on another planet, this is the reason why you got the satanic powers that be right now. I wrote it in my poems, honey. I told you they trying to take off the space and create a new race, honey. They want to destroy planet Earth, and they think that they gonna take off the space and leave our ass here to wither and die. You understand me? And they go into these planets that they have found water, life on. Why? If you have a water source there, you can grow plants there. If you can grow plants there, you have a food source there. If you have a food, come on, y'all, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. You ain't got to be no rocket scientist to figure this out. You ain't got to be no genius to figure this out. Stop listening to everything what them people tell you. They ain't never told you the truth to begin with. Anyway, you ancient, baby. Your ancestors are ancient, baby. You have a royal bloodline within you. Many of you do. Maybe not all of you, okay? I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. Many of you do, okay? You're ancient, okay? Your people are ancient, Okay, this is number 36. The ancients are a collective of all beings who have walked Mother Earth's surface before you. They are the trees, the animals, the plants, and the ancestors whose bodies have returned to the soil to become one with the earth again. They are all, they are always watching out for you and supporting you in ways you can't imagine. Okay, you can call on them at any time, but they are especially helpful when you feel as though your back is against the wall. There is no shame in seeking support. There are some things that are too big for you to handle on your own. The ancients have come to your reading because your situations needs a helping hand from a higher power. This is what I was telling you all. Call upon your ancestors. This is the reason why we as a people need to be more spiritual. Okay? Stop believing everything that they done rewrote and conjured up and to lie to you about generation after generation after generation, and tap into what you know to be the truth. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. Call upon your ancestors, okay? There are many individuals who are in desperate need of support and help. And we have to call on, as a target, I have to call on my ancestors, okay? There is individuals who are in toxic situations, toxic relationships, and different things. Call upon your spirit guides. Call upon your ancestors for help. You understand what I'm saying? Many of your souls can't be redeemed, just to be honest with you, okay? I'm just going to keep it all the way funky with you. Many of your souls can't be redeemed because you sold your soul a long time ago for materialism and greed. And that's just what it is. But it doesn't mean that it ain't worth a try. Call upon your ancestors, okay? You are ancient. Your soul is ancient. Your ancestors are ancient, okay? And the bottom line is whether you have sold your soul or not, we all have angels, okay? There are many angels. We have guardian angels. We have archangels, okay? Who work in mysterious ways every single day. And we all have guides. We all have help. Some people have demonic guides and demonic help, okay? Whatever it is that you believe in, okay? If you feel like you are going through, if you are lacking, if you are hurting, if you are without, if you are in need, if you are tired, if you are stressed, if you are weighed down, if you have a lot of burdens on you, if you are a target, if you are in need of support, if you are feeling lonely, if you're feeling without, if you're feeling miserable or in pain, call upon your spirit guides, call upon your ancestors, call upon your ancestors, or your angels. Call upon the Most High, okay? Because they are listening and they are watching at all times, and they know just what guidance that you need to move forward. Why? Because they were here before you. Okay. Last but not least, we have abundance here, guys. Okay. We are very abundant in many different ways, shape, forms, and fashions. Okay. I myself, and I just want to say, abundance come in many different ways. Okay. A lot of times people hear abundance and automatically think, oh yeah, money, finances, money, resources. Yes, it could be those things, but abundance, I tell you all in these readings all the time, abundance come in many different ways. Okay. You can be abundant, and you can be blessed to have abundance in various different ways, you guys. Okay. But only materialistic, greedy people worries about money and materialism all the time. But I know this Western society in which we live in, you literally can't have anything unless you have money. Everything requires you to have money, but technically Everything that we have been blessed with is here naturally for us to survive, to have freely. Okay, it's just in this day and time that we live in, we have been brainwashed to believe that all these fancy things and trinkets, and y'all think you're evolving and all this, that, and the other, and you need all these things. So people get is very materialistic and very greedy, and you only believe that you're living your best life based off of how much materialism you have, who has the biggest fanciest house, who has the most expensive clothes, who has the nicest shoes, who have the best looking bought body, who has the flawless hair, the best looking nails, who have the smoothest plastic surgery of skin, all these different things or whatever that people strive after, or who has the most expensive nicest car with the best sound in it and the nicest rims on it. All of this stuff you can't take with you. All of this stuff, it is actually possible for you to live without. Okay, there is nothing nowhere that says that you need those things to survive. You actually can survive without them. Okay, when you die, you can't take them with you. And to be honest with you, everything that you think you own, you really don't. It is actually owned by the government that you allowed to sucker you a long time ago. Why do you say that, Tiffany? Because everything that you own, you have to pay the government for yearly. So if you got a house and you say it's yours, guess what? You pay property taxes on it yearly to your government. You are literally, every time you pay property tax, you are literally telling your government, I'm allowing you to control me, and I have to pay you just to have this thing. Now, it don't matter that I had to come up with the money to even buy this thing, but I got to pay you every year just to say that this is mine. You have to do that for a car. You have to do that for a boat. You have to do that for a motorcycle. You have to do that for an RV. You have to do that for a business. You have to do that for everything. And then they turn around and make you pay taxes on everything too. So this is how you get pimped out and suckered by your government, and y'all go right along with it. Y'all say yes, massa, and you go right along with it. And with your brainwashed selves, you believe you living your best life. Okay? Nevertheless, guys, abundance come in many different ways, shape, form, and fashion. With this coming up, you can very well be getting a blessing of finances, money, resources. Okay, you could also be getting a new job, a new home, a new vehicle. You could be abundant by getting into a new actual loving relationship. Okay, where there is unconditional love. Okay, real passion and romance. Okay, abundance could come from your children being blessed. Okay, your children being able to thrive, you being able to provide better for your child, you being able to provide a better, more sustainable education for your child. Abundance can come in many different ways. You understand what I'm saying? So just be aware of that. This basically came out just to say that us as water signs, we are abundant. And I said all that I said before this because I don't pray for money. And it's not to be in a cocky way, because I'm not well off by any means. I'm a single mother. I don't get no type of help or support or anything, and I am a target. And because I am a target, my daughter is a target. So our life is a living hell every single day. But I don't bitch, whine, or moan or cry about it. My faith is bigger than a mustard seed. Okay, a lot of people tell you if you only had faith as small as a mustard seed. Okay, do you know how many people on their deathbed had faith and they still died? Okay, so my faith is bigger than a mustard seed, but I don't pray for things like materialism. I just have the faith to believe that what is for me is for me, and I haven't ever went without anything. Okay, like I said, I may have had to live in the hood. I may have had the bare minimum of anything, but I could not honestly tell anybody that I have been without anything. You understand what I'm saying? And it may just be some of the simplest things. You understand? Utilities or a thing. And even times when I was younger, I've been growing on my own, so I was around 15, 16 years old. So even times when, say, I didn't have a place to stay, it was something, I was working somewhere where I was still able to get a shower every day and put on clean clothes. I was still able to get somewhere where I could sleep for a little while safely and securely. Securely. When times I didn't have a place to stay, I could still go and park somewhere safe. Um, like say in a well lit parking lot, like say at the hospital or something like that, and I had a vehicle at the time or whatever. That didn't last very long, but I don't waste God's time asking for things that if it's for you, it's going to be for you. So I don't pray and I don't waste God's time asking, because there's a lot of people in need, okay? And prayers are going up every single day. And God hears a lot of people's prayers that's really based off materialism. Oh God, give me a new car. Oh God, give me a new house. Oh God, help me win the lottery. I want a lot of money. Oh God, send me a fine woman or send me a fine man. Like, if what's for you is for you. If you're gonna have those things are gonna come to you anyway. And I don't necessarily feel like that you have to bother God for that. The things that I pray for is the things that I feel is the most important, the things that really matter. I pray for mental stability, okay? I do pray for financial stability and security without directly praying for a sum of money or a lot of money, or doing so in like a greedy way, like what I have isn't enough when I'm not without anything. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't want to come off like what you have been provided is not enough for you. Okay, you still want to be humble and you want to be thankful for what you have, because it's people less than you. Even when you have the bare minimum, it's people that don't even have what you have. You understand what I'm saying? So I pray for things like you know uh, healthy immune system. Okay. I pray for good health and well-being. I pray for mental stability. I pray for my sanity. You understand? I pray for things that really matter. People losing their minds every day. Okay, the enemy try attacking our mind, bodies, and souls every day. So what the enemy attack the most, that's what I pray for. Okay, and I pray against the enemy about those things, because that's the first thing that the enemy try to go for. Okay, if you don't stay in control of your mind, somebody else is gonna try to control it for you. You understand me? So I pray for things, I manifest things that really matter, that is really of substance, that you can use all of your life. You understand what I'm saying? So, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you won't be lacking, you won't go without anything. But guess what? If you lost everything that you had right now, if you were still in your right mind and you had an able body, guess what? Even losing everything that you got right now, you could still have the mental stability to go and apply for a job somewhere. You will still have the mental stability to work towards finding you somewhere to stay, even if you had to stay in an efficiency, even if you had to stay in a shelter for a little while. You understand? You know how many people have lost their mind and end up on the streets just rambling and wandering around and not a care in the world, and just completely end up losing themselves. Okay, so I pray for things and manifest things that really matter. If it's meant for me to be married one day, I will be married. If it's meant for me to have some, true and unconditional love, I will have that. I don't necessarily have to bother God about that, because God knows my heart and my mind. You understand? If it's meant for me to have, passion and romance with someone who is a good provider, who is beautiful or handsome or anything like that or whatever, I would have those things. If it's meant for me and my child to have a nice home, even though I know I've had inheritance stolen from me, even though I know I have had property, a home, vehicle stolen from me by my supposed family, even though I know that I was born in wealth, but I was purposely kept in poverty on purpose and never had to be impoverished, even though I know these things. Okay, so just know that we are abundant. Okay, you are abundant. Okay, and abundance come in many different ways, shape, forms, and fashions. Okay, and when you pray and when you manifest, make sure you manifest and you pray for things of substance. Okay, they create these diseases in labs to kill us every single day. You understand me? They create the diseases in the labs, and then they tell you, then they create the vaccines and the drugs and things in the same lab and tell you that they got a cure for it. Now, these are the same people that want to depopulate, and depopulate ain't nothing but a fancy word for I'm going to kill you because it's too many of you jokers here, okay? But you assume that they have some type of miracle medication, a vaccine that's going to save your life. Okay, pray for things, manifest things that's of substance that actually means something. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so we're on to our earth signs, guys. Okay, these messages is going to be for the earth signs, like I said, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, okay? The first message we have here is number 26. It says sacrifice, okay? So I definitely feel like you earth signs have been making some sacrifices, okay? These could be sacrifices of many different kinds, okay? But you have definitely made some type of sacrifices. These could be blood. You see how, you see her hand? You see the blood on her hands? Here, these could be blood sacrifices, animal sacrifices. One could even sacrifice themselves. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times, like myself, I often think about something that Kendrick Lamar said in one of his songs one time. If I have to be a sacrifice for the greater good, then that's the way I feel. You know what I'm saying? So at the end, and it's the reason why I don't fear death. I don't fear life. I don't fear evil. I don't fear demons. I don't fear no witches or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's usually what they try to instill this fear in people, and that's what people fear the most: dying. That's what people fear the most: being without and lacking. I don't fear death. Okay, when you look around you and there is evil and wickedness that is happening on a daily basis, and people are dropping like flies, dying every single day, why do you fear death? We have wickedness all around us. Okay, we have cold-blooded murderers. Okay, rapists, child predators, kidnappers, human traffickers around us every single day. People coming up with genocidal plans to kill our people. We have the government that is using illegal technologies to invade and violate the minds and the bodies of the people. We have terrorists in this world. I mean, all types of wickedness, okay? We have geoengineered weather, okay? Manufactured storms that are going on that happen like Katrina, that flood people out and people drown, okay? We have massive fires that have been set on purpose, like what happened in California in Paradise when them people's whole neighborhoods was burnt down, and this was done on purpose. Them people lost everything, and a lot of people lost their lives, and this was done on purpose. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of sacrifices that get made in the world. So I'm the type of person where and especially with people, in this day and time, like, you can't make it in the industry. You can't get some high ranking position or something like that without making a sacrifice. You got to come with a body. You understand what I'm saying? Because they gods got to be fed. You understand what I'm saying? So I just feel like if what I know and what I can tell the world and share with the world can heal and help somebody else, and I have to be the sacrifice for the greater good to save somebody else's life, then so be it. Maybe that was God's plan all along. You understand what I'm saying? Because they already know the enemy is all too eager to collect all the souls that it can. And this is the reason why y'all out here sacrificing each other on a daily basis. You'll sacrifice your own mama, your own daddy, your own siblings, your own cousins, your own aunts, your own uncles, your own grandparents and things, your own lovers, girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands, wives, your own children. You understand me? To get the deal, to get the bag. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? And it don't stop there, okay? But many people are making sacrifices in many different ways, shape, forms, and fashions, okay? You have people that sacrificing the poor animals out here, doing all type of rituals, and your your little voodoo practices and your black magic and things for the different spells and things that you want to do. But earth signs, y'all are making some sacrifices, okay? However you are making these sacrifices, spirit is coming through and definitely telling you that y'all have been making some sacrifices, or have made some sacrifices, or trying to make a sacrifice of something or somebody. This could be for materialism, it could be for greed, it could be for some position, title, or role, it could be to come up, it could be for fame and fortune, but you making some sacrifices, okay? And somebody got some blood on their hands, as I see here on this lady hands. Somebody got some blood on their hands already. Sacrifices have already been made, okay? I also see these wounds, or excuse me, wounds, Lord, um, these roses around her stomach. The wound came out on purpose, okay? Somebody could have sacrificed their child, um, um, but people definitely got blood on their hands, okay? And I look at all these roses, it's all around her, on her head, all around her. I think of the Order of the Rose, okay? If y'all don't know anything about Order of the Rose, okay, it has to do with secret societies and different things. Those of us that's in the know what the Order of the Rose is, okay? But y'all have definitely made some sacrifices, okay? Um, yeah, and it could be because you are a part of the occult. You're in the occult. It could be because you were initiated witch. It could be because you're in some type of secret society of some kind. You practice the dark arts. You into dark magic, voodoo, hoodoo, hexes, curses, spells, black magic, sensoria, or whatever. But that's what I'm definitely picking up here. Okay, but with number 39 here, thunderstorm, I definitely feel like that there's some tower moments that is happening in your life. It could be because of the things that you have conjured up. It could be because of these sacrifices that you have either made or you are trying to make. But some very chaotic things that is going on around some of these earth signs. I can't say necessarily all you earth signs, but I feel like things have gone a little haywire, okay? I feel like somebody won't stop. I feel like somebody is trying to win at all costs, so you just won't stop with the black magic. You won't stop with the voodoo. And what y'all don't understand, what you witch practitioners that do these things, that stuff comes back on you, okay? You can begin to be hunted by demons, and you yourself can begin to start being attacked. You see the lightning bolts, okay, and the rain that's coming down when you think the clouds are dark, okay? These thunderstorms, many different things could be going on in your life. Many different things could be happening right now. Can just not kind of really be going the way you want it to go, okay? Things could be seeming very gloomy and gloomy to you. You could feel like the end of the world, okay? Because the rain is pouring down on a situation, on something that you've gone through, or something that you've done or been a part of, okay? So you can definitely feel like, um, you can definitely feel like because you are going through, because of some, these thunderstorms may have came because of this sacrifice, okay? Because they came right out behind one another, back to back, or whatever. But yeah, we have womb here. We have womb here. Somebody was pregnant, either got an abortion or did some type of makeshift something to kill, to sacrifice this child, okay? Yeah. hmm So, somebody is pregnant. Either you're still pregnant, okay, or you was pregnant, okay, but you made some type of sacrifice. Some type of this sacrifice may have been made because you didn't want this child. The sacrifice may have been made because maybe this baby was performed, or was performed, was created in some type of sex ritual or something, and you wasn't trying to get pregnant or something, because of maybe a careless, reckless lifestyle, what you into or something. Maybe it was a requirement for you to sacrifice this child. Maybe you had to give up this child. And you see this woman here with this basket of eggs, holding this basket of eggs here, 3. I feel like this is somebody's either third abortion, third sacrifice of a child, or something, okay? But somebody has definitely been pregnant before, at least up to 3 times, and they've killed their children, okay? So, oh goodness. So the next message we have here is Fern. Okay, with Fern, it says ferns begin to sprout during the early days of the spring, breaking through the damp, packed winter soil. At first, they are curled inward and compact until they free themselves from the constriction around them. Okay, but once they rise above the heaviness and the darkness, they are free to unravel and expand into the world. Okay, so I feel like that, this was some type of burden on somebody, okay? This was causing a lot of heartache, heartbreak, trauma in your life, upheaval in your life, kind of tower type of moment in your life, because this had happened, because this was going on, okay? And so you made this sacrifice. You felt this heaviness and this darkness all around you, okay? And maybe by this sacrifice, you felt like that you would be free, to move on with your life, to go on with your life, because somebody definitely, obviously did not want this child, okay? This also could be somebody who care, because this woman here is pretty big, okay? You may have carried this child full term and gave it away, sacrificed it that way by giving it to somebody within the occult or something like that, or whatever. But and maybe this is something that was required of you, okay? This message here, we have number 40, transform with Raven. Raven is a symbol of transcendence and a need for a new perspective. Intelligent and able to quickly adapt to changing circumstances. These sleek black birds see potential where others may see only uselessness. If you are in the need of resources and unable to see how you can make a situation or project work, Raven is here to tell you that you have more available to you than you know. Okay? So if there is someone who is still pregnant and you are needing help or assistance, Spirit is saying that there is help and assistance available to you, okay? And that is what this card is telling you, okay? I don't like these ravens. When I see these blackbirds, it symbolizes death for me. Every time I see them, somebody is either about to die or going to has died or is about to die. But this lets you know that there is help available. Oh God, for you. We have death here. Okay. Somebody could die while giving birth. Somebody could die while giving birth. Man. This looks so horrible. Yeah. If you need help and you are not getting the help that you need, you got to seek some type of help, okay? You got to see a doctor sometime, okay? Especially if you are somebody with any type of addictions or anything. You having addictions while being pregnant is not good anyway, okay? Trying to do some type of makeshift abortion type of thing so won't nobody find out or something is not good either. You could wind up hurting yourself and everything. There is help available to you if you just reach out to somebody for help, okay? This woman has blood on her hands. There's definitely a sacrifice that is being made, okay? And I feel like the sacrifice that is being made is with the womb thing came out of here. Somebody is either going to die while giving birth, or this death is because of this sacrifice that was made of this child. Okay. Karmic debt. Okay. This is number 15, karmic debt. And it's a trip because it's the same exact colors with the death card here. Some of the same colors that you see within the thunderstorm card, as well as the transform with raven card. Okay, so Lord have mercy. So with karmic debt, this is somebody's karma. This is somebody's karma, because what you sold out to, what you were part of, this demonic coven that you are part of, because you have sacrificed so many other babies before. The karmic debt of this situation could be you dying while giving birth. I don't know what it is about this child, though. I almost feel like somebody is making somebody have this child, so it could be given to somebody in the occult for this child to be a sacrifice for maybe somebody in power or something like that. Or it's a situation where I definitely feel like that this person here is a part of some very sinister things with some very sinister people. Okay. I believe this pregnancy happened due to sex addiction, as well as sex magic. Okay. This has happened at least 3 other times before. This is somebody that has a history of killing their babies. And for some reason, I don't know what the shame is for. Like, I feel like there was shame. Like, somebody feels shame. And pregnancy is not a shameful thing. So I feel like the reason why the shame is there is because this person, to other people in the world, probably made themselves appear that they didn't like men, or they didn't have sex with men. This could be a lesbian that is a sellout, that is a part of some type of satanic coven, cult of individuals, has sex addiction, actually is bisexual, but don't want anybody to know that they're bisexual. They could have been forcibly being made to do sex magic, sex rituals and things, with various different people, because the shame could also come from the fact of not knowing whose baby this is. Or if she does know who baby this is, they just used her for sex and don't want her. But for some reason, this baby is not wanted, or either this baby was not wanted, or either somebody in power, somebody in the cult, somebody within these satanic powers that be wanted this baby as a sacrifice. Okay, but either this person either had an abortion or did something to kill this baby, or this person's lifestyle was, say, drinking, getting high, partying, different things killed this baby, addictions killed this baby, or either they actually got an abortion, or if it's a situation like somebody else wants this child, for this child to be a sacrifice, this person's karmic debt is going to be them dying while trying to give birth. Just period. That's what I see. Yep, darkness. This person is surrounded by darkness, okay? This person is a part of I'm telling you, some type of satanic cult, have sold their soul. and possibly have been forced or made to be a part of some type of sex ritual, sex magic with people. This person has a sexual addiction, but I feel like people was taking advantage of this person as well. Um, mm, mm, mm. Somebody could have been taking advantage of this individual as well, using them sexually, promising them uh, money or fame or fortune or something for them to continue to have sex with them, and maybe they need a sacrifice, and so they're offering this up, baby. But I feel like this person was like set up in some type of way, because this person probably already has some type of addictions. With this darkness card here, and it sits right under death and karmic debt. With this darkness card here, I feel like somebody is probably battling mentally. Like this person, like demons are haunting them. Okay, they probably can't sleep at night. This person is doing a lot of black magic and voodoo and different things too, with this darkness here. Um, and it has consumed them. But I also feel like this person may have already had some type of mental illness, may hear voices, may be schizophrenic, and have hid it from other people. Man. Okay, but we have balance here, okay? So you need to find some kind of balance, okay? You see the dark with the light. Here we have the sun on one half, the moon on one half, okay? Um, there could be a way for somebody to get through this if you are able to get the help or assistance that you need from somebody, to reach out to somebody that will help you. Um, that could heal you, um, and you try to balance out this situation. Um, for many of you all who sell out and you are part of these satanic cults and covens and different things, I just really don't feel like there is a way out with that. But in terms of speaking of your health and well-being, um, there is services and help available, okay? Um, you don't have to be ashamed about a pregnancy on the surface, just about a pregnancy, okay? If you can't afford to take care of the child, or you don't really want a child because, you was taken advantage of sexually, somebody used you and left you, there is services available. To give this child up for adoption. It's a lot of people who can't have children who want a child, who would love to have a newborn, okay? If a family member or something can't step to the plate and help you take care of the child, or you adopt that child out to one of your family members or something, okay? But with this balance here, this number 3, there's balance, okay? We have the sense of duality here, okay? Just like the black and the white symbology, okay? We have the sun and the moon, light and darkness, okay? So I feel like there's something about this situation. If nothing else, the pregnancy could be, there's some type of balance that could come. This person has sacrificed a lot of at least 3 of them. They at least had 3 abortions or killed at least 3 children after they were born or something. Sacrificed them. Oh, this is sad, man. Look, plant seeds. Okay. So it was definitely a seed planted in this person, okay? And it seems like that this is supposed to be for earth signs in general, okay, guys? But it seems like this is like a specific reading for somebody that is a woman. Okay, so for earth sign men, I do apologize. Okay, just in terms of you all, I definitely feel like that y'all could be sellouts too. Okay, y'all could be making some sacrifices in some type of way as well as earth sign men. Okay, with the thunderstorms card here, you could have some chaotic events that is happening in your life. Relationships could be crumbling, things could be going wrong on the job. You could have lost your job or something. There's different things that could be going on or going wrong. Okay, you as a male earth sign, you could have a girlfriend or a wife or somebody who is pregnant in some type of way. Okay, because of the satanic demonic things that you are in, perhaps you are thinking about sacrificing this child. You could have an earth sign male and an earth sign woman together. Hmm. Mm. Wow. I just thought of, oh goodness. Okay. Um. Mm. There could the other shame thing. There could be some incest here. Okay. You could have an earth sign male and an earth sign woman who been having sex with each other, and they're related, and the woman got pregnant. Okay. Some type of sacrifice is going to be made. There's going to be a death either of this child or this person could die while giving birth to this child. Okay, but this is some type of karmic debt is going on here. This is somebody's karma, in some type of way. I feel like somebody that is a sellout, that is into these satanic powers that is into black magic and voodoo and things. You try to sacrifice somebody else, and it backfired on you with this thunderstorm. Okay, and now either you got to give a sacrifice of some other kind, or you got to be the sacrifice with the karmic deck here. Okay, but these seeds were planted. Okay, these seeds was planted. Wow, this is crazy. Okay, this is crazy. For the male earth signs, somebody could be passing away because of a sacrifice. Okay, because of this dark occult darkness that you are in, that you are part of. Okay, but with the plant seeds card, seeds are delicate and fragile, yet each one carries the intelligence of an entire plant within it. Every tiny seed contains roots, leaves, flowers, stems, and everything that makes the plant beautiful. Okay, seeds of intuition, or seeds of intention are much the time, or much the same as these little packets of magic. Yeah, and they must be nurtured and protected until they are strong enough to flourish on the. Yeah, some sex magic was done. There was some sex magic done. Okay. And you see this woman, you see how she's intertwined with this tree, but she's like in this fetal type of position, and it looks like a seed. Okay, that is somebody's pregnant, bro. Somebody is pregnant. These seeds was planted because of sex magic. Sex magic. Yeah. This is some heavy energy here, y'all. Okay, we have drought here. Okay. The drought card in this reading may indicate feelings of hopelessness, desperation, and victimhood. Hardships after hardships can cloud judgment and trick you into believing support is not available to you, or that you are on the wrong path. You feel like the rain, thunderstorm, will never fall again, and the parched earth beneath your feet will turn into dust. The more you see through this lens, the deeper the feelings of hopelessness may seep until you are immersed in despair that it seems all is lost. Y'all, this is heavy. Somebody is feeling very, somebody feeling down and depressed, maybe suicidal, um, because of this. Okay. And think that there's no help available, but the only, and we know that this was done because of some type, this is crazy. Um, there is the only halfway decent card here is this one, okay? Which talks about transform. It says transform with the raven, okay? I'm telling you, when I see these birds, I think of death, okay? The death always happens when I see these birds. When I see blackbirds, somebody has either just died or is about to die. It's been a sign and a symbolism that I've been able to see since I was a little girl. Oof. Everybody got choices. Somebody definitely have sold their soul. Okay. Somebody is definitely a part of some sinister things. Okay. And this is what has happened because of the choices that you made. Because of addictions and different things. But there is some type of help available to you. If you only seek it. Okay. Okay, so our next messages, guys, is going to be for air signs. Okay, this is going to be for Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini individuals. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I know this reading is really long. It's gone a little bit longer than what I expected. So I'm going to try to get through this as quick as possible. I really hate to have to rush through, you know, this element of signs and the next element of signs, but I don't want this reading to cut off on you, and I want everybody to get their messages. Okay, so this is going to be for Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay, we have number 38, the shift here. Okay, like the changing of the seasons, transitioning from who you are to who you're becoming is a gradual process. Okay, the shift arrives when you may feel suspended in time or as if at a crossroads. Okay, so there's some type of shift that's going on in somebody's life. There's definitely some type of decision that needs to be made. You could feel like you're at this crossroads. You know, do you go left, do you go right, do you go forwards, do you go backwards? You definitely got to make some type of shift, some type of change, and whatever you're dealing with. Okay, now this could be pertaining to any situation. This could be on your job, in a relationship, a lifestyle choice. It could be pertaining to many different things. You know what you are directly dealing with in your life right now. Okay, guys. But with this shift card here, this is definitely telling you that some type of change is happening in your life and some type of decision that needs to be made. Okay. With the offerings card here, we have the offerings card basically talks about giving and receiving. Okay, you could be receiving offerings, you could be giving offerings. Okay, this card is really more of a generosity type of card. Okay, during the holidays, people come together, gifting one another presents and different things like that. So you have different offerings like that. You may give back to your community. In offerings like that. Okay, this could be about coming together and breaking bread with one another and different things. Okay, but also this offering card speaks to the fact that Mother Earth is a giving mother. She gives everything to her children, providing food for us to eat, air to breathe, and water to drink. Okay, this is what I was telling you about earlier in the water signs reading. And what do you see her pouring here? Water. Okay, why? Water is life, guys. Okay, And I said that to say everything that we need is here naturally. Everything that we need to survive, to thrive, to live is here naturally. But nobody really depends on natural resources anymore, because we're living in this day and time that tells you that you got to have all these gadgets and gadgets and the biggest and the baddest and the best of this, that, and the other. So that's what people strive after. Okay, and this is the reason why nobody knows how to plant their own vegetables anymore. Nobody knows how to start their own fire out of wood. Nobody knows how to what plants you can eat out in the wilderness if there was some type of catastrophic event and you had nothing else to eat. Nobody know any survival tactics. Okay, nobody really knows how to sew anymore. Not many people really know how to cook like that anymore. Some do, but nobody really builds anymore. Back in the day, people built their own little shacks, their own little houses. Okay, why? They went out and they chopped their own freaking wood. They find it, it down and different things like that, and they built their homes and things like that, or whatever. They used natural resources back then. They used the fire for light. All of these things we have here naturally, but nowadays we depend on so much of this modern day times things, and that's what we see as living. And we think, the more of it that we have, we think that we really have something, really doing something. Okay, but this tells us that we depend on Mother Earth's resources and her resilience to sustain us. Okay, now ask yourself, how much have you given in return? It's easy to get caught up in what you don't have or what you need more of, but never forget the abundance that has already been given to you. Offerings give freely and without debt or expectation, okay, are a way of showing our thanks and respect to the earth. Okay, and this is the very reason why I always give. Okay, every holiday I cook really big meals on purpose. It's only me and my daughter. My daughter is a picky eater, and a lot of the things that I cook she doesn't even eat. Okay, but I make these plates up and I go out and I feed the homeless or whomever needs to be fed or whatever. And it's a way of giving back. If I have a couple dollars extra and somebody asks me for something, I will give it to them, okay, without expecting, when I'm gonna get my blessing back or when I'm gonna get my return back. I just know, and this is also the reason why, when I was telling you all earlier, I don't really pray for money, okay, because when you are constantly giving, you are constantly given things back as well, okay, without you having to wonder why, or how. Things just kind of seem to magically happen. So, don't get caught up. If you are somebody who is well off and you have more, don't have a big ego or be cocky and arrogant and, think that you are the biggest and the baddest and the best, and everybody else is beneath you because they have less than you, and you don't want to do anything to help or assist anybody else. Because I'm telling you, you could be walking around somebody and you can think, because they look different or dress different or smell different or whatever the case may be, that somehow they must be less than you. But guess what? We have a lot of earth angels here on earth, okay, who are walking around disguised as homeless people. You never know when you're talking to an angel, when you are dealing with an angel who has shapeshifted into the flesh, okay? So you give back, you be kind, you be generous. You don't have to give all of you, you know what I'm saying, everything that you have, but it does help to give. You understand me? Save an animal, a stray animal. You can give back in many different ways, okay? So remember that, guys, and that's what that's telling you, okay? The next message that we have here is the mountain. Okay. So you could be somebody who likes to go out in nature. You could be somebody who likes to mountain climb. You could be somebody, like I said, who really enjoy, like sightseeing and different things like that. Okay. But mountains have always stood as a symbol of achievement, likely since mankind first set eyes on them. Many of the world's greatest spiritual leaders have taken pilgrimages to mountaintops to gain perspective on their own lives and what they can offer to the world. It can be a lonely, hazardous journey, but there is so much reward in seeing things from a bird's eye view. When you're above looking down, you notice patterns and connections you couldn't have imagined before. Mountain peaks are the vantage of innovators, leaders, and those who are ready to live life to the fullest. Okay, so go out in nature, guys. Okay, um, you are definitely, you air signs are definitely uh, seem like you, like with this shift here, things are changing in your life for some of you. Okay, you could be embarking on a new career, or some type of change that's going to be great for you, that's going to be very good for you. Okay, many of you could be innovators and leaders, and different people that are in power and different things. Okay, and have different type of talent, skills, and abilities. Okay, but so you can see things from a different perspective by you going out in nature, by you going to mountaintops and looking down, not looking down, standing above people on your pedestal or something and looking down upon the people, but no, just looking at the overall world and the surroundings around you by, from a higher perspective, if you will. Okay. Next, we have here prophetic dreams. Okay, so you could have been dreaming about these things. You could have definitely been having some type of prophetic dreams about things that is happening in your life, things that is happening with other people, even. Okay, you could, if you are having very lucid dreams, you can write your dreams down. And how you know if you have lucid dreams is when you wake up, if you can remember just about every detail of that dream, what went on, what was said, what was done, and this, that, and other. Those are prophetic dreams. Okay. A lot of times with prophetic dreams is what you can see futuristic things. Okay, things before they happen, and things which is very important. Okay, so that could be happening for many of you all as well. Okay. The next message we have here is again another. I'm surprised. I just, not to throw shade on y'all's reading or anything like that, because I think this is a very beautiful thing for you all, but I see so much of earth in life and things here. I just wish some of these messages would have came out for the earth signs. um I just really hate that reading had to get so dark like that. But we have forest bathing here. Okay, again, somebody, some air sign, y'all are really into nature, like nature, work in nature, one with nature. You see this lady, she have these eggs here in her head. This could be birthing of new ideals that's in the mind. This could also speak of someone who may be thinking of having a child, may also be pregnant. Okay, here. Okay, but with forest bathing is the practice of spending time surrounded by nature. I'm telling you, somebody likes to be out in nature, and it's really kind of, it's not really shocking or surprising, because there's a lot of people of all different walks of life, of all different signs, that like nature. But somebody that's an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, actually likes being out in nature, enjoys flowers and trees and plants and, rivers and streams and oceans and views and, mountaintops, like all kinds of things. I could tell from the mountain that, and but like every one of these cards is out in nature. Okay. So I know somebody definitely loves being out in nature, guys. Okay. But forest bathing is the practice of spending time surrounded by nature and connecting to the spirits of the forest to find calm, renewed energy, and well-being. Okay? So you may like to go out in nature. There's somebody who I feel like likes to go out in nature and pray or meditate, do yoga, to get away, to have a sense of peace, of calm, of solace of some kind. If you don't do that, this is definitely urging you to do so, to find that peace of mind, to be one with the Most High, the Divine. I talked about this with the water signs and things like that. This is something that is very good for the mind, the body, and the soul for you to do. Okay, so I definitely feel like some of you are doing these practices already, and for others of you, Spirit is definitely telling you that you should try it because it will help you. It could heal you. It could uplift you. It can give you. You can get some great ideas. Okay, in nature. For those of you who have been on my channel for a very long time, when I released my poems years and years ago, I recorded them out in nature. And I kid you not, things was coming through so freaking fast. By the time I finished one thing, I would think of a whole nother project while out in nature. Okay, so things like magical, mystical things can happen out in nature. Most people may not think so and be like, ew, I can't be out here too long, I'm itching, it's too hot, the bugs is flying around, I don't feel comfortable, did you hear that? Like, so some people can be like that, but it's really cool to be out in nature, and it's some very beautiful places in the world just to be outside and relax, breathe in fresh air, put your feet in the grass, in the sand, go near water, all these things, okay? Somebody is definitely going on a spiritual journey here, okay? Okay, and that's what we have here with number 35. I think those of you, and this is something else, you can definitely tap into spirituality out in nature and things as well. But I feel like a lot of people are becoming more spiritual, more saved than religious. Okay, they're tapping into their selves, they're tapping into their higher self, their higher being, they're tapping into the divine. They're tapping into things that is directly feels appropriate, feels connected with them. Okay, so Spirit is definitely telling you that somebody is going on a spiritual journey here. Okay, you may have already started this process. Okay, with this you could be changing up your lifestyle, especially with the shift here, your way of thinking, your way of being, your way of believing, different things like that. Okay. But with this spiritual journey, a spiritual journey is a lifelong process that will never truly be complete. There is this expectation to find one life purpose that will satisfy you until you transcend this earth. But that is rarely the case. It is a constant dance between finding who you are and directing that self actualization toward a higher purpose. I'm telling you, this is what you being all out, this shift happening, you being out in nature, you looking at things from a higher perspective out in nature, you forest bathing, basically going out in nature, being one with self, coming up with creative ideas, especially for those of you who are in the industry, who are leaders, who are speakers, who are creators. There is a spiritual journey that is happening for you. Okay, and somebody is definitely finding themselves and whom they are and where they want to be in life as well. Okay, this is such a trip, guys, because this is such a trip. You would think a lot of this would have come out with the earth signs, but it's crazy. Next, another card out in nature, guys. We have wild winds here. Okay, like the wind blowing. Okay, wild winds. And here, this really kind of tells you, do you hear the whispers in the wind? Okay, when you go outside, when you're out in nature, when the wind is blowing, do you hear the whispers and the whistling within the wind? Okay, have you ever been alone in nature when suddenly you hear a word or a sound, but no one is there? Earth Mama speaks to us in many ways, but it takes time and practice to hear her with clarity. At first, you may wonder if it's just your mind playing tricks on you. Do not allow doubt to block the wisdom of the earth. Okay? So I'm telling you, look, with this spiritual journey, honey, I'm telling you guys, go out in nature. Okay, I feel like that I feel like there is a air sign, okay, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini individual who I feel like this is somebody who already like is maybe have a bit of a leadership or in power or a following or something. If you need some type of uplifting, healing, if there's major shifts happening in your life, okay, um, you are definitely going to be seeing things from a higher perspective. You're probably having prophetic dreams about this right now. You're going to get brand new ideas. You're going to heal the mind, body, and soul. You're going to be able to loose and release toxic things from you, okay? And while you're on this spiritual journey, okay, especially out in nature, okay, you are going to begin to hear, don't think you're tripping, okay? You are going to begin to hear Mother Earth talking to you, okay? Nature is going to be able to hear, speak to you. You're going to hear the animals more clearly. You're going to just hear the elements that you're in more clearly, okay, or that you are around, okay. And in the midst of this, I feel like you, with these offerings here, you all are going to be giving as well as receiving, and this is going to help you blossom even more in your life, okay. But I definitely feel like there is something very divine and very spiritual and very uplifting, and slightly maybe overwhelming for somebody who hasn't experienced this before, that is happening for you all, okay. Look at this, y'all, more nature cards. Like, I can't believe none of these came out for my earth signs, okay. Again, we have water here. Look, y'all, I'm not playing. I told y'all water is life. Now, this message here I'm about to tell y'all about River Woman, okay? So this is also telling you that you are either, you have you, somebody has been going out in nature by the river, okay? Doing something in the river with water, okay? Okay. Somebody is into doing some type of magic practices, okay. You've been excuse me, casting some type of spells of some kind with the use of water, okay, while you have been out in nature. Look at this, guys, the shift. You see that water in his hand? He's standing in water and the water is flowing from his hands, okay. You see offerings. She's pouring this water. Okay. You all could be, there could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You could have a water sign in your life. You could want to have a water sign in your life. There could be a water sign coming into your life. You could be, look, the mountain. You see that water that's flowing through there? Okay. There could be definitely somebody who is attracted to a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, okay? You could be having prophetic dreams about this person, okay? Maybe you all will be working together or have some type of relationship together, okay? Somebody has been conjuring something, okay? Out near water, okay? And I feel like these rituals have been done in an effort for you to tap into the element of water, but for this spiritual connection that you want with some water sign individual, okay? Yeah. That's interesting. That is definitely interesting. Okay, guys. So, also with River Woman here, okay? So, with River Woman here, you literally could have a relationship or a friendship or a partnership with a water sign, okay? Because we have the River Woman here, okay? Which is all about water, okay? So, you could be in dealings with somebody who is a water sign, okay? And this also, a river woman is in touch with the shifting currents of her soul. She embraces life as it comes, the gentle flow, the dammed up blockages, and the rapids. How can she stay calm amongst such change? Okay, so this brings you back to the shift, this shift that is happening. And then I show you how he had this water flowing through his hands. Look, let me show y'all how this work, honey. He is out here in this water manifesting. This is what he is manifesting. Okay, there could be a air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, who is manifesting a water sign into their life. This river woman here. Okay, do y'all see how that goes? So this is like this is what's happening. Okay, I also feel like for the feminine, for the female air sign, you could be out here doing some type of water rituals of some kind. This could either be for or against somebody, depending on the practices that you are into. But there is definitely some goings on out in nature and in water. Okay, we have here Spirit of the North. Okay. So the Spirit of the North is connected to the element of earth. This is the reason why y'all got all this earth stuff. Y'all are out in earth. Y'all are out in nature, okay? And it initiates you to the energy of strength, stability, practicality, and resourcefulness. When its archetype comes into your life, it is a call to bring your awareness back to everyday, mundane tasks. Dreams need real world action to take shape in the physical world, okay? You need preparation. You need sorry guys, you need preparation. I was just thinking about this, okay? Because it was speaking about how your dreams, these prophetic dreams you are having here, needs a real world action, okay? So you've been manifesting something. Somebody else has been conjuring up something, okay? Hoping, wishing, dreaming about something, okay? And here, this is you making something, taking action, making whatever it is that you want practical in your life, okay? If that makes sense to you all at all, okay? Next we have here ivy. Again, a lot of greenery, a lot of earth. Y'all are out in nature doing some stuff, okay? Ivy is a beautiful adaptive plant that doesn't require much nourishment for it to flourish. She reaches out her vines, easily making new friends with nearby plants and structures, trusting them to hold her as she stretches and expands. Okay? In that way, ivy symbolizes love, loyalty, and establishing new connections. Yeah, y'all are manifesting. Somebody is manifesting. Somebody new. A connection with somebody in their life. I told you guys. I'm telling you. And I feel like this air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini individual, you are calling into some water sign, okay, in your life in one way or another, okay? In one way or another, okay? Whether it be for friendship, partnership, love, romance, whatever it is, you are definitely like have been doing a lot of things out in nature with water and other things, manifesting this in. You've been having prophetic dreams about it and everything. Somebody is like on your mind, okay? And y'all could be a distance apart though, okay? So here we have number 24, which is run with the wolves, okay? From snowy peaks and midnight forests and across vast distances, wolves howl not just to the moon spirit, but to communicate their location and issue warnings. Wolves are fierce, loyal, packed animals who are excellent at managing relationships that serve the greater good. Interesting. Okay. So you could be sending somebody telepathic messages. You could actually be sending somebody wrote like y'all, somebody has manifested something, honey. You could be communicating with somebody telepathically, okay? You could be sending them some type of messages, some type of warnings, okay? But, and I had just said this, okay? I'm like, y'all may be at a distance away. And this tells you that, from, it says from snowy peaks and midnight forests and across vast distances, wolves howl not just to the moon spirit, but to communicate their location and issue warnings. Okay, so you could be telling somebody where you're at. You could be this person that you are in tune with or telepathically communicating with, giving them warnings about, things that's going on. Okay, wolves are fierce, loyal, packed animals who are excellent at managing relationships that serve the greater good. Okay. Yeah. Y'all have definitely manifested this up. Like you either want a relationship with somebody, a partnership, business, something with somebody, okay? But y'all have definitely been out doing these things, okay? You've been doing some ritualistic practices, okay, to bring this in, okay? Okay, this is going to be for the fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, guys, okay? So the first message that we have here is forest tears, okay? Somebody could be feeling sad, feeling down about something, a situation. There could be some type of sadness or loss of some kind here with forest tears, okay? But this tells you that even trees cry when they're hurt. And you, sacred one, must also allow yourself to mourn what you have lost. Yeah. So something has happened in your life. You could have lost something, lost somebody, or something. Fire sign, somebody. Somebody could have passed away. Okay. Somebody could have left. Lord have mercy. Or died. Okay. And so you are saddened by that. Okay, with Spirit of the East here is the next message. The Spirit of the East is connected to the element of air and initiates you to the energy of clarity, truth, new beginnings, and the realm of ideas. Okay. This also tells you that you're using more of your mind instead of your emotions. Okay, you're applying logic and some type of rationale, okay, to your current situation. Okay, and this could be because of this loss. This could be because of this loss that you had within your life. Okay, whatever it is that you love, you're getting clarity and truth about the situation. Where there are endings, there are new beginnings as well. Okay, but you're trying not to be too deep in your emotions, although you are very hurt by whatever this loss is. Okay. The next message we have here is seer. A seer is someone who looks past the surface and beyond the physical world to reveal hidden truths. She relies on intuition, aware that seeing goes beyond what the eyes perceive. You can't explain it immediately, but there is a restlessness in your soul letting you know something isn't right. Don't dismiss this feeling. You must look closer to see the truth. Okay? And sits right up under the forest of tears, okay? So, you're getting some type of truth or some type of clarity pertaining to a situation, pertaining to something or someone that you have lost, okay? And that's what's going there. And look, we have soul loss, okay? Soul loss. Um, a soul was lost. Somebody died. Somebody died. And it could have been someone who sold their soul, okay, and was into some dark demonic things. Thus is why they died. They could have had some addictions. They could have killed themselves. Sorry, guys. Yeah, but there has been a soul loss in this situation, and you could have been finding out the truth about why this person may have passed away or died or what was going on or something, and this has put you, of course there's a lot of feelings and emotions and pain around the loss of someone. Okay, guys, but the next message that you all have here is the Gatherer, okay? Our ancestors' connection to Mother Earth was primal and constant. Not the luxury or once in a while practice it is today. Excuse me, guys. The Earth provided direct and essential nourishment, growth, and healing to the people who roamed its surface in a very immediate and personal way. Okay? So every seed planted held the potential to sustain the life of the community. Every fruit harvested was a blessing, one more resource to carry the community through cold, barren winters. Okay. So you could be a gatherer. You could be someone who plants fruits and vegetables, okay? Share them amongst your community, your family, your friends, and different things like that, okay? Because we see her here out in nature. She is gathering up her baskets of fruits here, okay? And you could be generous with doing so. You have planted these seeds, okay? And this speaks to nourishment, growth, and healing, okay? So you could be doing this or one with someone who is as a way of healing this toxic situation here of what you've been dealing with or what you've been going through as a type of a solace, okay? Or healing practice, okay? Next we have here birch. Okay, so birch trees are old sacred woods that are believed to heal emotional wounds, ward off negative influences, and banish fears. Okay? They are also associated with new beginnings, making them the perfect energy to channel for healing old wounds and becoming new connections. Okay? So like I've told you all before, where there are endings, there are new beginnings. You're trying with this here. This is just telling you that you are trying to heal the wounds, the emotional wounds from this loss that you have endured here. Okay, and it definitely was a death because we have ceremony here. So there could have been a funeral, or is going to be a funeral for this individual that you lost here. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. This makes me think. This makes me think of the Earth sign reading, guys, and how that was all about a sacrifice and a death and somebody dying and all these things, and then like, and this is a fire sign reading, and I don't know, this is just hidden in a different way, okay? But with the ceremony card here, there are gatherings and get-togethers that are happening. There's a ceremony that's going on, a funeral, uh, a Passover, a wake, gatherings like that for someone who has passed away here, okay? Um, so I feel like that you all have been doing that at this time. Um, um, but there was definitely a loss here, okay? And that seems to be like, it's like the earth sign reading was all about a sacrifice and death and storms and turmoil and feeling down and hopelessness and all this other kind of stuff. And then we have here of somebody losing somebody obviously close to them, and trying to heal from emotional pain and loss, and then ceremonies with funerals and different things here, like here we have the spirit of the south, guys, okay? So the spirit of the south connected to the element of fire, okay? This initiates you with the energy of expansion, radiance, action, and rapid change, okay? When this archetype comes into your life, it brings about a need to head towards your soul's purpose without further delay or distraction, okay? So this is your element, fire signs, okay? And so your element has come up in your reading. um okay, so it's definitely this just basically telling you that you're moving forward with some type of this fiery passion, okay? These shifts, these changes, and things that is happening pertaining to this loss here. We have the sacred temple that sits right up under ceremony, okay? This could be a church, okay? This ceremony could be happening in some type of church. Okay, so you could be going to church. On the ceremony card, you see her praying and different things like that. So, this wake, this funeral, this Passover, this homegoing could be happening in the church. You are here at this sacred temple, because of this death, this loss that you have sustained here. Okay. Here we have medicine woman, okay? You could be a medicine man or a medicine woman. You could be into some type of holistic healing of some type, okay? You could, with all the greenery here, you could practice using herbs and different things like that. You could be a witch. You could be a witch and practice, do some black magic and voodoo practices as well here, okay? I really hope that you did not partake in this loss here. You did not partake in the sacrifice or the death of someone else here, okay? But because as a medicine women and men are often seen as healers, okay? A lot of times they're seen as holistic type of healers. They use natural resources and things to heal and help people or whatever. But a lot of medicine men and women dabble into occultic type of things as well, okay? Different strokes for different folks, okay? You can meet some medicine men and medicine women who are light workers, okay? Who do works for the good, to help and to heal and to uplift people and things like that. But you can as well have a medicine woman who is also a witch doctor, okay, and do black magic, voodoo, hoodoo, hexes, curses, spells, and different things like that. So it just, it just kind of depends, okay. Um, and this person is definitely powerful and magical, okay. Like I said, it can talk about healing, um, or whatever, but it just kind of depends on the person and what you are into, and what else the person is into, and what else the person is about, okay. Because not everybody is on the up and up, okay. And I definitely, and at the same time, maybe it saddens somebody because they are a healer of some kind or something, and was not able to help or to heal the individual in which they lost. Okay. um we have here number 16, light, okay. The sun is the source of all life on earth. Without the sun, plants could not grow and humans would cease to exist. In the same way, you have a sun radiating from within your heart. Living your life through your heart means acting on your passions, speaking, um, and being your authentic self, no matter the people or circumstances surrounding you. Every time you compare yourself to someone else, um, diminish yourself, or ignore your needs to please others, a cloud forms around your heart, obscuring its pure life giving energy. Okay. Okay. So, Spirit is just to an ending, okay, pertaining to this loss here, okay. Spirit is just basically kind of telling you to you may need to be doing some things to lighten your load, to embark upon lighthearted things, to not partake in dark evil or wicked, Wicca. That's what I was about to say. Somebody's into Wicca. That medicine woman there is into Wicca. She's a Wiccan. That's why that came out like that. Okay. So this person is definitely not a light worker, I don't believe, but I feel like Spirit is possibly urging someone to. Okay. Because it is possible for, this, the light that you have, the power that is within you to include light, especially with you being a fire sign. Okay. There is light within you. It all depends on, how you use it. Okay. Are you dimming your own light to partake in and dark things? Or are you using your light within you and partaking in things to brighten your light and shine your light, okay? Peace, love, and light amongst others, okay? That is definitely something to think about, guys, okay? So you all, that concludes your reading for tonight. This has been a very long reading, but I definitely feel like that these messages needed to get out to you all, okay? I'm gonna get one extra message for you all. This has just definitely been a heavy reading, okay? In more ways than one, it's a lot of things going on, okay? You got a lot of people that's censor a lot of things, okay? And these things are happening every day. So I thank each and every one of you for listening and for watching, guys. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated, okay? If there's anybody who would like to contact me, you can do so at tiffanyziegler60@gmail.com. You can find the correct spelling for that in the description box below. If there is somebody who would like, is feeling generous and it is placed on your heart to do so, you would like to donate to the channel, you can do so through Cash App, okay? Which is $TiffDiamond36, okay? I do thank you in advance. You will help me to grow and to glow this channel, okay? And for me to help and to heal as many people as I so possibly can, okay? Y'all remember what I tell you all the time, okay? Remember what I tell you all the time. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, okay? Y'all watch your surroundings and watch the company that you keep, okay? There's some very sinister people in the world. Just realistically speaking, guys, okay? And make sure you keep an eye on your children as well. You need to watch the surroundings of your children and watch the company that they are in as well, okay? There's wickedness in high places, guys, and there's evil that is lurking around every corner, okay? It's just a roll of the dice as to who, may lose their life next, okay? You never know who's going to betray you, who's going to stab you in your back. You just never know who's on their last leg and just can't take no more and may end up ending their life or doing something very detrimental in their life, okay? So y'all be careful, okay? Stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared. But most of all, if you stay ready, y'all, you ain't gotta get ready, okay? So the ending messages here, we have the Six of Michael. It is the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. Relocation or travel, okay? So it looks kind of dark and kind of dim for some of you, okay? But the light is peeking through this darkness, okay? The light is shining through. There is light at the end of the tunnel for somebody, okay? And you all have, there's somebody who, the worst of it is over, okay? There's definitely light at that end of the tunnel. You can breathe a sigh of relief. Stop holding your breath, okay? There are going to be, you need to make some new plans, okay? Somebody could be relocating or traveling as well, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Michael. Insights that come from quiet meditation, okay? The need for more sleep or time off. Seek relief from stress, okay? Seek some type of relief from stress, guys, okay? I definitely, with this blue energy here, there is some heaviness, okay? There's some sadness and a lot of sadness and loss in this world. I can feel the energy, okay? You guys, y'all take care of yourselves, okay? And take care of each other, okay? Go within, meditate, pray, go out in nature, okay? Become one with the divine and one with yourself, okay? And perhaps things will start turning for the better, okay, guys? Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste.